Alrighty, howdy. So I'm going to be taking y'all through a quick little video today to cover some basics in Java and Visual Studio Code. I'm assuming a little bit of coding knowledge, but yeah, let's just get started. So this is Visual Studio Code right here, and we are going to create a file, and we're going to call this, let's call this video. And we add that .java, that's what's going to make this a Java file. So let's press enter. We're going to save this in the YouTube channel folder because this is a YouTube video. And let's do that. Now, okay, the first thing you're going to do in every file is you're going to write the word class and press enter. So just to show you that again, class, enter. And this sets up a paragraph comment at the top and just gets your file started for you. Next thing you're going to do is write main, and again that's going to like autofill, and this is your main method. This is where all the magic happens. So we're just going to cover some basics. So for instance, if you want to create some variables in Java, we're going to need to say the type of variable first. So for instance, let's create an integer. Let's call it number, and let's assign it to the value 3. Let's assign 3 to this variable. You're going to end every line in a semicolon. And let's say we want to create a string variable. So maybe we'll call this animal. And we're going to create a string by doing some quotes. And you know it's a string because it's going to show up in green or whatever your color setting is in VS Code. Alrighty. Now we can see that these have little yellow lines under them because we haven't used these values yet. But maybe we want to print something out. So maybe we want to say the, and then our animal, and then we're going to say has, and then our number, and then. And so using these pluses allows us to take strings like the, has, and bananas and intersperse it with variables. Now I'm just going to press Command S to save that, and you'll notice like if I change something, the little dot will appear, and then if I press Command S, it's going to go away, and that just means that it's been saved recently. Okay, so now this file is saved in our YouTube channel folder, so we're just going to open up a new terminal at that folder. And anytime you want to run a file, you have to compile it first. So you're going to write javac and then the full name of the file, video.java. You're going to press enter. And this is good. No errors showed up, and we're A-OK to proceed. And then we're going to run it, and we're going to write Java, no C, and video, and this is going to run our file. And we can see that it prints the monkey has 3 bananas. Anytime we say system.out.println, that's going to go right here. Now just to show you again how you print, that's going to be SOUT, and press enter, and you can put whatever you need to in there. If you leave it blank like this, it'll just move your cursor down to a new line. This can be helpful for like formatting and stuff. So let's start with, we're just going to do maybe like a basic for loop. I think that's a good and important thing to know, and it's not too complicated. So our index, which varies in the for loop, is going to be I, and we're going to take this from 0 all the way up to 4. So it's going to start at 0, going to go to 4. And this here just means that it's incrementing up, so it's increasing. Now we can just say system.out.print, and we can honestly just put I in there, and that's going to work just fine. And you'll notice I saved, and we've made a change, so we need to recompile. We're all good, and we're going to rerun. And that gives us 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now notice we stopped at 4. But this is a less than, it's not a less than or equal to. If I change that to less than or equal to, notice how it changes over here. So it's going to go up to 4 this time, because it's inclusive. Now we can also do this for loop backwards if we want to. And that just means that instead of adding, we're going to subtract. But we can't subtract from 0 to 4. So we're going to need to start, maybe let's start at 4, and then we're going to go until 0. And let's just change these so that they're reverses of each other. We're going to come over here, recompile, and we're going to rerun. And so notice we get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. And say, let's say just for formatting reasons, maybe we want a little bit of space in here. We can put a new line, and that's just going to give us an extra break. But just a couple of notes on print statements. One really useful thing that I love to do is to put a string here that has a backslash and an N. And this is kind of like a formatting thing you can do. So if we save that, recompile, and rerun, you'll notice that it gives us this break here. And that just says we're just gonna add some new lines. You can even add those like in here if you wanted to go down to a new line before the word has, but it's not a whole lot of reason you might want to do that. Now you'll notice that this is kind of this terminal's getting a little crowded. So what do we want to do if we want to keep things in our coding file just for like later use, but we don't want them to print right now? So we can press Command and slash, and that's going to comment stuff out. Now you notice up here we have an automatically generated paragraph comment. And this is where you might put information like your name or the date, for instance. But these right here are inline comments, and these are typically used to give information about the code for anyone who might be reading it. So we're going to do some inline comments here, just to let people know what we're doing. So we have two for loops. One goes forwards from 0 to 4, and the other one goes backwards. And then we've commented out this right here. Now, suppose that we have these two variables up here, number and animal, and we want to print them again. So let's print them, let's print those down here. But what if we want to say, what if our monkey's bananas are being eaten, for instance, or what if they're being given bananas, and we want to vary that value? So we can take our integer, which is called number, and we can reassign it within the for loop. So we can say maybe number equals I, and that's going to give us, monkey has 0 bananas, they have 1, they have 2, they have 3. But we could also do number equals itself plus I, and that's going to give us 3 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 all the way up to 3 plus 3, which is going to be 6. Now, a simpler way to do this, which I like, you can write plus equals I. And that's going to just say whatever number is, take that and add I to it. So we're going to save that. And we're just going to, let's just comment this out for now. I'm going to save that, compile, and run. And the monkey has 3 bananas, 4, 6, and then 1. And so you'll notice that, I got this wrong a second ago. Mental math is hard, guys. So basically, I'll just do this in a comment for y'all. Number originally is going to be equal to 3, right? And then we're going to reassign it to be 3 plus 1, which is 4. But then number's been assigned to 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 4 and add 2 to that. And then we're going to get 6, and then we're going to take 6 and add 3, so we get 9. Now if we wanted number to be, like 0, 1, 2, 3, we could use I. If we wanted it to be that same increment, but a little bit higher, we could do number equals I plus 3. And then notice how this changes our output over here. So here we have 3, 4, 5, 6. There's that same increment of 1, but starting at a higher value. And there's a lot of stuff you can do within for loops like this that's going to be really, really useful. So yeah, so we've covered a forwards for loop and backwards. Let's make sure we have that spelled right. And we've also covered reassigning variables within a for loop and calling some variables within our print statement and then printing those out to the terminal. And then last thing we'll just do is just show you that this works in a backwards loop as well. So let's do that really quick. So you have 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, well those are just some basics. In Java, just covering like integers, strings, creating variables, for loops. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye!